Hello and welcome everyone to some more Super Mario Maker 2 Endless Mode League Division B here on GSA. We've got Xwater versus Slade. I am Scotch and Tie Guy. You can call me Scotch. I've got Glitch Cat 7. Call him Glitch.
Hi there.
How you feeling about this match, man?
Oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be really fun. I've seen good things from both players, and I'm interested to see how their styles compare and contrast with each other.
Well, we were talking a little bit before the match, 2 Canadians, but there is the league standings there in front of you. PK, Ryukar, Mitch, and Foxen in that top 4 spot. Only 2 individuals with those triple wins. So, gonna see how that continues on in this league. As we move on, Slade and Xwater both closer to the bottom, though. So this is a big match for one of these guys.
And Slade going to be looking to move up in the ranks for sure. I know he's played a lot of random kind of endless mode, some verses, so good experience on both sides.
Oh yeah, Xwater, he's got the plushies behind him, helping him out, maybe giving some suggestions. Slade with the green screen.
If Slade wants to defeat Xwater, he'll have to defeat all of those plushies first.
Oh yeah, no doubt. But we are getting a sync up. It looks like they started. Xwater started a little bit earlier than Slade, so we are going with round number 1. Gonna get the sync up here. Slade moving along as Luigi.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if he wanted to keep that car or not, but it's generally not preferable to try to stay in the car unless you absolutely have to. Xwater dealing with this vertical level right now. He's actually got a good strat right now, provided he doesn't crash into a spike or anything. Ooh, hanging out on the right got him killed, but ground pounding to fall down that area will actually make him move faster vertically, and it could save some time.
Well, as Xwater heads back in here, Slade taking a death. You can see it on his face, just the expression of, oh, that sucks. You know, Xwater taking a buzzsaw. A little bit of a bummer there.
Yeah, he knows where the pipe is at the end of that. He saw it on his first pass, so I think he's going to try the same strat again to just avoid everything on the right, and then at the appropriate moment, go ahead and move left and try to get in that pipe. I hope it pays off for him because he's really cheesing a lot of this section with that ground pound technique. Nice work. He gets in there.
Big ol' head nod. Gets a completion. So that's 1 for Xwater. And, oh, 1 for Slade as well.
Yep, getting their
tied
clears
1-1.
just about the same time. World record and some extra swag for Xwater, too. Not worth extra points, is extra cool.
We are 1-1 as we head into the second section. Slade getting spiked there. Popular for these creators is that those sections where you gotta jump and hit the on-off switches as you move along. Seen that a lot, especially in this expert section.
Yeah, a lot of these on-off switch levels can require a little bit of trust, too, because they've got thwomps that come and hit them, not you. And so you're just kind of hoping that when you jump, that thwomp is actually going to make the platform be solid for you.
Well, on the other side of the screen, you've got Xwater with a shell. And it's the same kind of thing. You got to trust that that shell is going to be at the right time and know when that shell is going to hit. But he's got the clear right there, and he gets a second one. So Xwater up 2-1.
Yeah, that was a good blind read from Xwater. It can be really tricky to follow the path of a shell and like anticipate on the fly where it's going to be and what it's going to hit.
Slade taking a skip. Getting sick and tired of those on-off switches. Checking to see that world record time. There are chain chops everywhere. It looks like the move is to do spin moves on them, but that looks extremely difficult. Xwater trying to figure out what to do with the shell.
Oh, no, I think that was actually a shell jump off the wall. I think it looks like the maker intended for the player to fall down on that donut block and then jump back up there with a shell jump. Maybe not, but you see that occasionally.
Well, he's going to skip that.
Slade with good strats for that chain chomp room, and he does get the clear for that. Just staying up, staying above all that enemy spam. You don't want to get pushed down below where it's going to be really easy to die. 2-2 right now.
Yeah, we're closing in at 10 minutes left in the match. And Xwater, yeah,
got some weird tech there. I don't know what the there was some kind of weird glitch or tech in that level. Ooh, Slade's got a pretty cool one right now. He's got those thwomps beneath him, and occasionally the lava rises up, and the thwomps are sort of moving through the lava like that. That's a cool mechanic. I just like the way they kind of tear through the lava. I like that.
he's got to pick up the pace here.
Yeah, ooh, Slade doing a really, really good blind read. Xwater with a good blind read, too, on that on-off speedrun section. These speedrun levels are generally pretty well indicated, so sometimes it just comes down to sort of reacting to the arrows and what you see in the moment.
Well, a little bit of a hint there on Xwater side spin.
Oh, no, what's he going to do? He's got 1 second. He did get a little bit of cheese, but then I don't think he was sure how to flow through that next obstacle.
We've got Cat bullet bills.
Geez, Slade going nuts on the second half of that level. I think he's going to get the clear. That was a really good read, Slade. Nice job. He just kept up with those thwomps. He saw the platform. He always knew where he was landing. That was great.
Yeah, Slade up 3-2 now. Really important section there for him to retake the lead. Xwater still working through this one, though.
Yeah, he decides not to go for the cheese the second time around.
Oh!
Man. It almost looked like he could have done a big cape dive underneath that, but to no avail.
Oh, man, Slade. It looks like he had to take a shot at that Goomba at just the right spot, but it was just going to take too long to try to figure that one out, so he just moved right along.
I legitimately didn't know that was the thing you can do in Mario Maker. That's new tech for me.
A couple of skips here now as we reach that 8-minute mark. Xwater trying to get the timing right here.
Conveyor belts can be really, really awful because it's tough to tell at a glance which direction they're moving, and the right or wrong choice could be life or death. This is a tough spot for Xwater to be in right now because he's got that thwomp hitting the on-off switch, and that's the only way he can climb out of this. So while there might not be any danger and he does get through it, it's just kind of slow. And some more on-off sections. Again, just kind of that slowness, and that might affect him later if he needs that, you know, the extra couple of minutes that he spent just getting through that part.
Well, as Xwater is making his way through this one, Slade taking another skip, had a water section that just looked a little crazy, and Xwater with the duck there, narrowly avoiding that crusher.
Your hitbox is a little bit smaller when you're crouched in Mario Maker, and that can save you from some tight areas. Boy, if he can just get out of there with that key, but he knows that that thwomp is there too.
And those turtles are just everywhere, just on him. And Slade getting another clear. So now we're up 4-2. Slade in this first round. Xwater still making his way through this level, though. Really important, you know, about level selection. You know, you can. Oh, Xwater taking a death super late in this level.
He was one jump away from the goal there. That really, really cost him because, like I said, he's got to go back through these kind of slow sections again. And even though he might be able to do it, he's just invested a ton of time, and Slade got another clear while Xwater was just fighting these beetles.
Well, and we talk about it all the time, like, what levels do you choose to work on? What levels do you choose to skip? And Xwater taking yet another death right there. Again, these beetles just giving him so much grief and difficulty. Slade is
red pipes spawn things faster, and that flow is just never going to stop. So it's really difficult for him to kind of try to find a break in the flow, or pick up a shell and use it as a weapon, or just do something to give himself a little break to get through there. Slade with another clear, really making a comeback right now. He's up 5-2 right now.
Hopefully Xwater can avoid everything here, get the clear. Yep. He will.
That's all it took, just a little bit of patience.
But at what cost? I mean, he spent close to 2 minutes just trying to recover from those deaths, while Slade got, what, 3 clears in the meantime?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's weighing the option to skip and try something totally new, or just eat the cost and invest 40, 50 more seconds in it and get something that he feels like could be a sure thing.
Well, Slade, we aren't playing Super Mario Maker anymore. We're playing Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, apparently. He's going to skip that one, though. And we are now in Japan.
Well, if he just plays the ocarina, the shrine will open, and he can get some armor that'll probably help him out for later. Oh, you guys don't know about that trick?
Well, Xwater going to avoid a little bit of poison here. Pick up a mushroom. Slade. Quick hops here. Not able to make his way up. Avoiding a flame dragon.
That is just one of the worst things about vertical levels in this game. It's just like getting over it. If you could fall, and you fall all the way back down, and it just hurts, even if you don't die.
Well, Xwater taking a death there on the poison. And
wow.
Slade
really, wow, Slade. If he could save this, I'm going to be really impressed. That's awesome. Great save. He needed the car to plow through the rest of those enemies, but he managed to get through just by damage boosting. That was awesome.
Just really good awareness, knowing where he's at. Xwater getting past that poison this time, but Slade taking another clear. 6-2 now here, round 1. 3 minutes left to go.
Oof. Xwater's really in trouble. We've seen a lot of really bad deaths in this tournament from these rising poison and lava levels. It gives you such little room for error that it can be so easy to take a bad death deep into a level, and you're forced to move at a certain rate if you want to try that again because of the way the lava prevents you.
As we get into about 2.5 minutes left, Slade taking another skip. I want to note, we have the face cams, but haven't seen a whole lot of reaction from either of these guys. Both of them staying pretty stoic through this first round. And I'm not really sure what's going on Xwater's side.
Oof, I think Slade is presented with one of those, like a ground pound cancel consistency level. It looks like what he wants to do is use that ground pound cancel hover maneuver to kind of keep himself floating in the air there. Not sure how consistent he is at that, but it's a really tricky move. Yeah, there you see him ground pounding and then just canceling it. That's exactly what he wants. There's a P-switch that he wants to wait out so that those coins will be blocks and he can go in the door and win. If Slade thinks he can be consistent at this trick, this would be a perfect level to get another point on the board right now. Xwater, though, making it to the end. Kind of a more lengthy level, but manages to clutch it out. And Slade delays enough to get that trick to work. Oh, no, he's got the cranes, and it's... Oh, no. This is a speedrun level. I don't think anyone noticed this until now. I didn't. But Slade actually might be at risk of timing out. Yup. Because he had to go faster than he did. Oh.
His reaction just being like, ah! But chat pointing out they would like a skip counter. We'll get that for you in the next round for sure. Slade trying to get through this though. 7 seconds on the clock.
I think he has this one. There was a trick in original Mario Maker 1 where donut blocks would fall faster if you were holding up against a wall. I don't know if that works in 2, but in a situation like that, it's always worth a shot.
Yeah, he got it. 7 to 4 now. We are under a minute. It's not likely that Xwater will get three completions in that amount of time. So Slade will be taking round number 1.
Yeah, it would really be to Xwater's benefit a little bit earlier on when the timer gets kind of low to sort of stop committing to longer levels and just try to skip, hoping to find something a little bit shorter.
Slade having to deal with about 3 Meowsers. 3 giant Meowsers to note. Not really sure how you get past this one.
That's how.
That's how, apparently.
And Slade doing a really good job of dodging those fireballs. I was just super impressed. He survived for a long time. Nice work.
Well, we have passed that 15-minute mark. Slade will take round number 1. 7 to 4. Into round number 2. Again, both these guys closer to the bottom of the league standings. Both of them really wanting a win or needing some points. Xwater, you know, he's down 1, can still take the win if he can grab the second and third round, but Slade right off the bat grabbing some points.
Yeah, I'm noticing their highest scorers too. Xwater with 150, Slade with 200, and that kind of makes me wonder that we've seen a little bit more of a low scoring match from both these players, and I think they're sort of both tending to commit to longer levels and try to fight something out that they think they can really do, rather than just continuously skip and hope to one-shot some shorter levels like we've seen other racers try.
Well, and we talk about skips all the time. One of the things I noticed, especially after week 1, is that runners were using the skip button a lot more liberally. So what I think you're starting to see now is kind of that mitigating to that middle ground of being like, okay, we were skipping too much. Now we need to skip less and just kind of find that middle ground. Slade right off the bat with a skip. And Xwater with a lot of cannons kind of just everywhere. Kind of confused as to that world record.
This is a strange level. He's got to survive somehow inside that cannon trap. Oh, I get it. The way the cannon is moving, it's like speeding up and slowing down, and he's got to survive in the middle of that. Cool level, actually, like a neat concept, but probably not the best to commit to for a match like this.
Well, he is committing to it. He is not skip. Oh, now he's going to skip that one.
Commentator's curse.
Making the decision to just say, nope, done with that one. But Slade.
Slade's got to he's got to get 100. What is that? 250, 150 coins. A clear condition like this, some other clear conditions like needing a power up or something might be an instant skip. But the sort of a collect the coins clear condition is a little bit easier to work with because you're not always at risk of losing it. If you need to get to the goal as Big Mario, you get touched once, that's it, it's over. But at least with coins, you can play around with the level and try to find them all.
Xwater has this platform that's just falling from above, and he's trying to get onto it. Gets onto it finally. Has to take some vines, dodge these giant bullets.
It looks like the coins are indicating where the safe spots are going to be. It looks like actually this is a intended multiplayer versus level. Nice boom boom fight for Xwater.
Slade in between two thwomps is going to take a skip. And Xwater right there with his first clear.
Taking the time also to get the 1-up at the top by touching the tape at the top, and that's just a little bit of foresight on his part, thinking that maybe he'll need those lives a little bit later.
Well, smart move. We've seen last week, especially, we saw a couple game overs, and that's pretty much game over for the match or the round if that's going to happen. So might as well avoid that if you can.
Yeah, I haven't seen anyone game over and then go on to actually take the round. It is possible, but it puts you at a severe disadvantage.
I mean, if you're going to game over and still win the match, you got to essentially hope that your competitor is going to game over as well. Slade getting one as well. It is tied up 1-1.
Nice job. Xwater being really careful, knowing that thwomp was going to come down and then deliberately dropping it. He needs to get into the pipe down there. That was really good. He's moving a little bit more slowly, but really careful, deliberate gameplay there from Xwater. This is a pretty fortunate situation for him. These kinds of mini golf levels tend to really be like low threat. And that's actually can be a really good thing for levels like this, because even if it takes a little bit of time, you're not at risk of dying. And sometimes that can be the worst and slow you down the most in a situation like this. Oh, wait.
Oh!
Sorry. Xwater. I did. You know what? I take responsibility for that one.
Massive ground pound.
That was me. I'm so sorry. I did that, Xwater.
And he's going to do a skip there. I mean, he was working pretty long on that one.
Yeah. Slade finding a little bit of cheese for his speedrun level there, just skipping that one section entirely, just jumping over the wall. It's a good level for Slade, too. There's not a whole heck of a lot of threat. You just kind of go quickly. Easy clear. He saved those 4 seconds. That might even be world record. He saved a little bit of time overall by just jumping that wall entirely.
Well, Slade is now up 2-1. Here, Xwater. Still close as we hit that 10-minute mark. Xwater not happy with that. Going to take a skip. Xwater with 3 skips. Slade with 2 so far. So not too liberal with the skip button just yet. We are now 3-3 on that skip button. 4-3. Getting a little bit more liberal as we pass that 10-minute mark.
Both players just kind of looking for some kind of good level right now. Trying to not skip too much, but obviously land themselves somewhere decent. Oh, Xwater has a chance at some cheese here. I wonder if he's going to try to go for it. He's in this airship. Yeah, he's got the cape, and he wants to get up there. Bop as many of those Lakitus as he can. Yeah, nice job. That way, the cape, or the ship there is kind of acting like an auto-scroller, but with the Lakitu cloud, he can move a heck of a lot faster. He just has to make sure that it doesn't time out. Yeah, watch out, buddy. Oh, no, Xwater's in trouble now. He bopped all the Lakitus. He tried. He really tried on that one, but all the Lakitus were gone, and he was kind of stranded there in the middle of the air.
Slade moving across these pipes now. Has a couple bros to deal with. Uses that POW box to his advantage.
Oh, rough jump. Rough jump for Slade. Those conveyor belts, again, can just be so tricky to actually tell which direction they're moving at a glance. And sometimes that's all you have, because if you're wrong about which direction they're going, they're going to immediately chuck you off. Xwater very carefully getting in that door, avoiding those icicles. Solid clear.
Wow, yeah, the big ol' fist bump. Looks like his buddy was coming in there trying to help. Is that cheating? Is he getting assistance? No, he's like, get out of here. I'm gonna be DQ'd for cheating, man. Get out of here. Bro's just trying to help though. Slade working his way across these clear pipes.
Ooh, nice move from Xwater there. He didn't know if he could cross those munchers, that muncher gap successfully. So he set the Goomba he was carrying down and then just spin jumped off of it to get some extra height. That was clever. A little bit unsure what to do now. I'm not sure if Xwater knows what route he wants to take, but he has the cape, so he's likely just going to try to fly. Okay, that's clever. He can ground pound to destroy those munchers, and that gives him enough runway. Slade getting a clear as well.
Yeah, so Slade now up 3-2 with that clear. Nice job making his way through that lava stage. Xwater avoiding all of those. Getting the clear. Nice use of the cape. Very, very nice use of the cape. It is tied up 3-3. Closing in on the 6-minute mark.
This might look like kind of a mess for Slade, but actually this might be kind of an attractive level. It seems to be giving him a ton of power-ups, and in a really messy, weird level like that, you can just kind of tank damage to get through. This might be a little bit rougher for him, though. Yeah, those vertical sections. It's so hard to see what's coming up. The camera in vertical levels is not really ideal, and when you don't want to die, it can be really, really dangerous because you just have no idea what's going to be above your head.
Slade kind of frustrated here. Oh man, just you gotta avoid those horizontal trampolines because he just projectiled himself into that Goomba.
Yeah, it would be a heck of a lot better for him if he had a power up right about now. Oh my gosh. So it looked like he intentionally knew that he could clip through the floor or the platform right there and save himself, but he was not anticipating that Goomba.
Yeah, Slade's struggling now in this section. The pipe is right there. Xwater with the skip. Xwater 6 skips now. So Slade's 4.
Nice. Slade getting in that pipe, though. That probably feels good. Oof. Now, glad Slade didn't just jump into the piranhas there. He saw that he was in danger and backed off that jump. Good reaction.
Well, he saw that the lava wasn't rising, so it wasn't a danger to just stay where he was. Typically, when you enter the level, the lava will just rise pretty much right away. So...
Yeah, good point.
Like you said, good reaction. But Slade is now up 4-3. Under 4 minutes left to go. Xwater has thwomps. Xwater's been working through this one for a little while now.
Yeah, I've seen Xwater play very carefully in these matches, and it secures him points, but sometimes it does kind of hold him up, and he's in a tough spot right now because without that damage boost, you know, one hit would kill him and sink all the time that he just put into this level. Slade also having to deal with a really slow section right now that's holding him up just a little bit. I mean, he might be able to try to just cheese it by jumping onto the top of the burners, but in a situation like this, you just never know where you're going.
Yeah, that snake just kind of making his way around. Slade eating some damage. But Xwater with a clear is now tied up 4-4. 3 minutes left to go. Could be seeing the next clear take the win. Otherwise, it'll be a tie, and then it'll go into overtime in this round.
Slade correctly guessing that the big Magic Koopa had the key. Oh, geez. This is going to be rough for Slade, actually. It's not really to his advantage to just skip and leave this level right now. But nonetheless, you can tell he's kind of bummed out at having to take this very slow platform ride.
Yeah, you can see his expression. You know, I was talking about the expression on these guys' faces. You know, they've been pretty stoic so far, but you could see him just kind of take that sigh and be like, ah, crap, I got to deal with this.
Ooh. Tough death for Slade. I didn't see if he got a checkpoint or not. If he didn't get a checkpoint, that's going to be... Oh, he did. Okay, so he got to save a little bit of his progress, but without a checkpoint, that almost would have been an immediate skip.
Uh-oh, Xwater taking the lead, 5-4. So Slade needing to get a clear here in the next minute, and he will.
There it
5-5.
Good job on Slade staying with that level. If that level wouldn't have included that checkpoint there, he would have lost so much time and probably would have had to skip.
We've got 60 seconds left to go. Essentially, the next clear wins. Xwater needing to take out all these Goombas. He's got a Fire Flower, so it's not too difficult.
This is a pretty good spot for Xwater to be in right now. It looks like this level is just going to be a series of rooms where you kill the enemies. Ooh, Xwater getting dangerous. Goes in damage boost in order to go inside there.
Oh no! Xwater and Slade both taking deaths. Xwater just absolutely frustrated. Slade, though, having to go to the start, essentially. Xwater also going to the start.
That was a risky move. Xwater wanted to go a little bit faster and use the damage boost to just go inside that little area with the Goombas and try to clear them out, and it did not pay off for him.
Well, 4 seconds left to go in the round. It's going to come down to whoever can get the clear first. It is 5-5.
I'm impressed that Xwater took that same risk again. He just got right back into that room and damage boost again. There it is.
Oh, and Xwater! Xwater getting the clear there. Slade will take the L here in round number 2. So no one's grabbing any extra points here, but Xwater able to grab a point. Slade very close to a finish. I mean,
very close.
15, 20 seconds maybe between the two guys. So in that round, 6 clears on Water's side, 5 on Slade's. Xwater with 8 skips to Slade's 4. So Xwater a lot more deciding, you know what, I need to be a lot more liberal with that skip button. Slade choosing to kind of trudge his way through. But we are into round number 3. What are your expectations for this one?
I'm really curious to see how it plays out, and I'm interested to see if either of these players adapt their style a little bit and maybe stop going for longer levels, maybe get more liberal with their skips, like you said. I'm interested to see how they treat the final match in terms of the meta.
Well, both these guys very evenly matched. Going to come down to round number 3. We're going to get a start here in just a second.
Yeah, these guys know how to grind out high scores for this endless mode, but that's kind of a different strategy that you're playing when you're going for something like that, as opposed to a 15-minute time limit. 16-second level for Slade right off the bat. That might really help him out if he can clear it quickly.
Well, Xwater with a skip to start. But Slade make his way through. We'll get a clear.
Nice. That's a really good advantage for Slade right out of the gate, getting an easy, quick level. That's gonna help him out a lot.
Oh, just kind of the shrug, being like, "Yeah, that was easy." Xwater trying to figure out this one. Oh, not able to get the jump off the trampoline. We'll skip yet again. So
Just with a wave of his hand, I'm out.
wall kicks here for Slade.
Xwater dealing with the tech level. He's got to do his shell jump.
Oh no! It's Slade trying to do a wall kick there, and an enemy coming out of the pipe. God bless you.
Nice.
More tech here on Xwater's side.
It looked like the Xwater's level was going to be like a tech trainer level, and then it just went in a completely different direction.
Oh, and Slade was doing wall kicks for a little while there, but deciding, oh, this will be easier.
Oh no. That was rough for Xwater. He wanted to put on that shelmet. He tried to set down the P-switch and pick up the shelmet, but it didn't work out that way for him.
Oh, Slade needs to take his time with these wall kicks.
Xwater, I like the strat of just avoiding those bumpers entirely. You don't really want to go on bumpers like ever. He just aimed for the top of the bullet bill cannon. Oh!
And the clear is just right there.
So tantalizing.
Slade working on these wall kicks. Once again, needs to take his time here. Avoid the flamethrowers. Needs to speed up, though.
Nice. Checkpoint. That's what you really want to see. It kind of helps you commit to a level a little bit more when you know you're not going to lose all of that progress at once. Oh, no, Xwater. That's a sad skip. He had that right there. Getting bumped off the bumper from above. Bumpers are just kind of awful in the way that, like, depending on how close you are to the side, they give you more or less of an angle off of them, and it can be really tough to predict just exactly how you're going to bump, and getting bumped like that from the top is always sad.
Well, Xwater taking the skip. Slade continuing to work his way through this one, taking another death. So both those guys having levels that at the end just got a little bit more tricky than maybe should have been for a race situation.
Cursed difficulty curve.
But, oh, Xwater with another death yet again. But Slade only up one to Xwater here. So Xwater certainly can get back. Big old fire windmill. Knocking down, but he'll pick up another mushroom.
Oh, I thought Slade was dead, but he actually just fell all the way back down that tower.
Xwater. Well, Slade getting another completion, and Xwater with a skip. Xwater completing that level, but needing a a clear requirement to get through that one.
Xwater getting a Mecha Bowzilla ripoff level. This was originally made, just fun fact, by a maker named Kavik in the original Mario Maker 1, and all Mecha Bowzillas that come after are merely clones. Xwater should kind of know how to deal with this. It's just a weird little enemy. It kind of chases you. It's a bunch of things stacked up on top of each other. Slade getting some good cheese on that level by bringing a shell and breaking through the blocks so he didn't have to go around the whole way. Oh, looks like he's trying for some cheese again, but he needs to be big in order to smash that. Yeah, he's a little bit upset by that. Oh, man, that was really clever. I see what Slade was going for. He was trying to time it so that he jumped when the P-switch expired, and the blocks turned back into coins so he could land on the pipe and just go right over and cheese it. Wonder if he'll try that again or something a little different.
Well, Xwater with a clear. So within firing distance now of Slade. 2-1. Slade going through, and oh no!
P-switch was not active. It's so tempting. It must be so tempting for Slade right now because there's got to be a way to cheese that and do it pretty quickly. And yeah, I'm kind of excited to see him try this again because I'd really like to see him get this with the cheese.
Well, Xwater now up to 5 skips. Slade hasn't skipped a single one yet. We talk about this all the time, but I'm interested in your take on this. At what point do you skip?
That's a tough question. It's not that there's like a certain point that like after X amount of time always skip, but you're kind of just actively making an assessment about the level and about like what you think you can do with the level. Like Slade obviously thinking that he could maybe cheese this right now. So for him, it might be worth, another couple of deaths or you get very far into a level, you die, and you think that the rest of the level is going to be really difficult. That might be a skip.
Xwater making his way through still. Lots of Koopas hanging out about this level, lava going up and down. Slade, he's probably about 5 minutes into this one.
Trying his best, though. Really, really just trying for that cheese. He doesn't want to do this bumper section with the spinies as small Mario. That's really risky to get bumped in the wrong direction. But now he's finally actually trying to just go the intended way. Xwater with an easy clear.
Yeah, tied up 2-2.
Yo, really nice blind landing on some of those bullet bills from Slade. He couldn't see them when he was up in the air. Aw, no cheese, but he finally gets the clear. He just had to play by the rules, Slade.
Yeah, you could see his hands kind of be like, all I had to do was do what the maker intended me to do, and I would have gotten this done about 4 minutes ago.
Sometimes the best cheese prevention is just to make it super inconvenient. Xwater having a time dodging this angry sun right now as he rides this platform.
Looks like he's got to collect some red coins. And a lot is going on over on Slade's side of the screen. I mean, you've got wigglers on a track.
Yeah, he doesn't want to break his spin jump. So landing anywhere or touching anything like a superstar that would just kill the thwomp. I've seen some levels like this actually send superstars at you as enemies. Oh, nice clear. I thought Slade would have to go over the top of that goal, but he wedged himself into the space between those two bumpers.
Really smart move on Slade's side. 4-2 now.
Xwater spending a little bit of extra time trying to get his Yoshi back. That's not a bad idea really, because the Yoshi, aside from the power, it just acts as another damage boost, which can be really helpful if you have no idea what's coming up.
Well, and as you see there, Yoshi takes spikes a lot easier than being normal, but he gets a clear. So 4-3 now. Again, Xwater within shooting distance. 4 minutes left to go.
I've seen both these players who are really familiar with endless mode do a really good job of being able to sniff out cheese in a level and kind of not take doors and pipes that the creator of the level intended you to take.
Astonishing with the sub. Got those clocks, get them out. Get a little sub hype. Would be great. Really appreciate the support.
Xwater cheesing over this whole level right now with the boot. I hope this pays off for him. It does. Wow, all right. He's so happy about that. Always nice to get an easy free one.
Tying it up 4-4, but Slade taking a clear just as Xwater also clears, so 5-4. Slade hasn't skipped a single level yet.
Ooh, nice job for Xwater recognizing that he needed to spin jump on that bomb and scoot it over there. He should be pretty familiar with bomb surfing, a pretty common concept from Mario 1. It's a little bit harder in Maker 2, but still possible. Nice cheese again from Xwater, just jumping right around over. Slade with a really tight timer on that speedrun level. He chose to skip.
Yeah, finally using that skip button here. 13 minutes into the match. It's tied up 5-5. Slade trying to figure out what's going on exactly.
Tricky course for Xwater. He's got to bounce on the Goombas while the platforms are tipping. I don't know if he's going to stick with that. Yeah, he is going to stick with that. That's not a bad idea. It doesn't seem like too hard of a level. And that's the thing, too, you're talking about, you know, deciding when to skip is kind of being able to read the level. Like, does this look like it's going to get substantially harder later on? Or is this level that Xwater is playing just going to be a bunch of these teeter-totters and a bunch of Goombas? And it is, and that's a good read from Xwater. Kind of being able to tell that, this is probably all there is to it.
Well, Xwater just like that, up 6-5, closing in on a minute left. Slade needing something special, takes another skip. Xwater he's got a speed run, so he can easily take a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, Slade probably hoping to get a speedrun level as well here with 50 seconds left to go.
Xwater doing a really nice job with reacting to this one.
He bonked a little bit. He's hoping that that's not gonna hurt him in the end. But with 1 second, who knows? Okay, he's in the door with 0 seconds. Can he? No, he needed to go in a pipe. That one little bonk that I saw might have done him in.
Well, Slade taking a death. That's probably gonna mark it for him, though. Unfortunately. So Xwater will take the match with round 3, 6-5. Very, very close. Either one of these guys could have taken it. Xwater ultimately squeaking it out there with the comeback.
Great race. We saw both players really sticking with levels and clearing them even after a couple of deaths. That's kind of been a different strategy than we've seen from other races.
Yeah, as you were saying that between those last 2 rounds, Slade only taking 8 skips. Xwater, like I said, a little bit more liberal with that skip button. 13 skips between those last 2 rounds. Unfortunately, this is a pre-recorded race, so that'll be it for us here on GSA. Big thumbs up on Xwater side. But just to plug real quick, exclamation point schedule to see the full schedule of everything that GSA has going on. Exclamation point bracket to see where all your favorite runners are at and who they have to go up against. Exclamation point YT and exclamation point YouTube for the YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to check out all the reruns are there. If you missed a run or if you just want to rewatch something, it's all there. Exclamation point merch for our merchandise, cool shirts and hoodies, fresh, clean looks. Exclamation point Onyx for the Onyx. Get some points. Play a free game, Golf Clash. You get 500 points. You get a free sub. Would love it if you used it here at GSA, of course. And we've got stuff going on still, Glitch.
Stuff going on, you say?
Oh yeah, no, we got stuff going on 24/7 here at GSA. So make sure to stick around. We aren't done just yet. We're done with races for today, but we've still got content coming out for you guys. So make sure to stick around for that. Glitch, thank you so much for joining me in the commentary booth. It was a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, and wherever you are in the world, have a good day or have a good night.